So are you worried about getting investment from other people? You shouldn't be, because if you know how you will exit them, you have a clearer roadmap. So in this video, I'm going to show you 3 things that you need to know to get investment and exit your investors. So the 3 things are: 1, what's your plan for yourself? Where are you going? How much do you want to raise? What do you want to do with that money? And what will you pay the investors? So number 1, how much do you want to raise? What do you want to do with the money? You need to be clear on that. I want to get 10 million. If I get 10 million and use it for 1 year without paying back anything, I can grow it to 100 million. My investor can get 50 million and I'll grow the business myself with 50 million. Something like that. You have to be clear on it. Or you say, you know what, I want you to give me 20 million for 4 years. At the end of those 4 years, because you gave me 20 million, no interest, nothing, I'll be able to use it to grow the business in 2 years to maybe like 300 million. And you as investor, for giving me that 20 million, you can get 100 million from it. You have to know what the investor will get. That's what the exit is. What will the investor get? How will he get it? What is the investor going to get because they gave you the money, and how are they going to get it? So if you tell somebody that, you know what, if you give us 100 million for 5 years, by the time they are exiting, you'll be able to get 1 billion back. That person will sit up and say, okay, how am I going to get that 1 billion back? You can tell the person that I'll give you a lump sum, or I'll give you, after the first 3 years, I'll give you this money in 4 installments. It depends. That is why it is good for you to know what you want to do with the money. If you collect money from any investor or a loan, you need to know what you will do with it. How will you multiply that money? Are you going to multiply it times 2, times 3, times 5, times 10? And over what period are you going to deliver that? It is called the exit. Don't take money from anybody, whether it's a bank, it's an investor, without knowing how you are going to pay back. I take loans. I mean, when in my first business, we took loans to buy vehicles, to expand, but we were always very clear on how we are going to pay back. We knew we had clients in the pipeline, or clients that had signed. In fact, I won't say pipeline. Clients must have signed me before I take the loan. So I have a client that has just signed us. They've said they'll give us this amount of money. We know what we're going to get. So I can go and take a loan against that, maybe to buy equipment. I think in the first instance, we bought cars. And because we bought our cars, automatically, because of the kind of business we were in, which was marketing it improved our standing. Our staff had cars. We had cars, my partner and I. We could move around without worrying whether the car would die, would break down in front of the client's office or not. Right? So before we even took the loan, we already had clients that we were servicing. We already had projects that we had started, and we had gotten some upfront payment, and we used that upfront payment to make the initial payments. And the clients, the bank could see that, oh, these guys, they have a good cash flow, so we'll give them the loan. And we took a loan for 4 years. We finished paying it in 2 years. So that, because we knew we had certain installments we had to pay at the end of every month. So we were very clear on our strategy, how we get business and how we'll make profit from it. So before you take money from your investors, you have to be clear. Number 1, how am I going to multiply this money so that the investor can get money? Don't take money from investors and go and use it to buy car, buy house, start flexing. No, don't do that. So I hope you now understand what I mean by exit. Before you take money from an investor, whether it's a loan, it's equity, or it's a grant, you have to be clear what you're going to do with that money and how that money will bring a return on investment.